Hey guys, you're in a nutshell with me, Ina. This is a follow-up episode doon po sa ating pinag-usapan kahapon kung saan I mentioned or talked about a policy in Quebec. Suspended po pala sa ngayon, suspended po tong policy na to. Pero last month po kasi yung Quebec nag-enforce ng kumbaga restriction sa kung sino lang ang maaring maka-access ng childcare subsidy. Ang nangyari po, sabi ni Quebec, ang mga naka-open work permit, hindi na po sila papayagang mabigyan ng childcare subsidy. Ibig sabihin, yung mga anak po nila, na halimbawa, dinadala nila sa daycare, hindi na makaka-avail ng discounted rate. Okay. But again, nasuspend po ito. Parang 2 linggo lang po yata na-enforce dahil marami rin po ang nag-complain about it. And doon nga po sa episode ko kahapon, pinag-usapan din natin na meron pong isang petition pa, calling on the Quebec government to permanently remove that policy because again, right now, it's only been suspended. However, in the comment section, nakita ko na marami po sa inyo, at least sa mga nag-comment sa akin, ang nagsasabing hindi, tama lang na ganun ang polisiya ng Quebec. But let's clarify guys, for open work permit holders po yung restriction na ginawa ng Quebec. Yung mga TFW na naka-closed work permit, Quebec is still willing to provide them with childcare subsidy. Okay, so may difference po yun. Ayun, but for this episode, dyan po, iikot ang ating diskusyon. Ang tanong, which I hope to hear from you guys again in the comment section, pag temporary resident, dapat ba walang benepisyo? Okay. Teka, let me put it down there. I hope to see your comments again, but please keep them respectful, guys. I don't want to see any name calling down there. Okay? So please keep them respectful. Bago ko basahin ang inyong mga very passionate responses, kaya ko to rin na gustong gawin na episode. Because the comments from yesterday reminded me about a survey na nabasa ko a while back. Naisip ko, sabi ko, so tama nga ang sinasabi ng survey na ito. Wait, let me show you. Ang sabi po, yung mga immigrants na po dito who have lived in Canada for more than 6 years, gusto po nila talaga ng mas mahigpit na polisiya for newcomers who obviously are likely mga temporary residents. Okay? So sabi ko, totoo nga, immigrants who are now permanent residents, citizens, who likely were also, many of them once upon a time naging mga temporary resident po muna, sila mismo nagsasabing, alam mo, dapat maging stricto talaga sa benepisyong binibigay sa mga newcomers. So, I will show you this, This is from Omni News, Omni TV. So, nagpapasurvey po sila on random issues. This was again from last year pa, Naalala ko lang nung nabasa ko yung comments ninyo. This was conducted August 28 to September 9, 2024. Let me bring you to this part. Sabi dito, majority of immigrants support stricter policies on international student program. Okay, sabi dito, 2/3 of immigrants or 67%, particularly those who have been in Canada for over 6 years, back stricter international policies. Support for stricter policies jumps to 77% daw among South Asian immigrants. O, diba? Interesting. Okay. I think meron akong isang comment na babasahin mamaya na ganito ang kanyang sentimento. Gusto niyang mas tight, maghigpit pa sa mga international students. Okay, later on, sasabihin ko rin syempre sa inyo ang aking komento tungkol sa issue yan. Another part of the survey I want to show you guys is, ayan, merong daw shifting political allegiances amongst immigrants, according again to another poll by Omni. As we know, in the past po kasi, ang mga liberal usually ang kinikilala na pro-immigrant. Okay, mas welcoming daw ang mga polisiya niyan for newcomers. Kaya, kumbaga, ang nakasanayan na idea is mga immigrants bumobotong liberal. But apparently, according to this survey, and I think I've seen this no during the last campaign season here in Canada. According to this survey, nagkaroon daw ng shift na mismong mga immigrants dahil nga siguro no sa mga problemang nakikita dito sa Canada, yung problema sa job hunting, housing, long waits in healthcare, marami daw po sa kanila nag-shift na gusto na nilang suportahan ng mga conservative na siyang mas stricto naman yan, sa pagpapapasok ng mga bagong tao dito sa Canada. Sabi po dito, the survey found, angat ko nga ng konti. The survey found 45% of immigrants have changed their political allegiances since moving to Canada, particularly those who say they intend to vote conservative. Malaking porsyento yan, 45%, di ba? From supporting liberals to conservatives. Again, ang impression that this is giving is because they want stricter policies for newcomers. Diba? And again, reflective. Nag-reflect yan doon sa mga comments ninyo kahapon. So bago ko basahin yung inyong comments, mag-summarize muna tayo kung ano ba ang sitwasyon ng mga sinasabing benepisyo given to the different types of people here, kung PR citizens and yung mga temporary resident. Okay? So obviously may healthcare. Healthcare, pasensya na kayo, magbabasa ako dito, may notes ako dito, no? So syempre ang citizens and PRs, okay, eligible na po sila sa universal healthcare. Ang temporary residents po, halimbawa kapag ano naman, international students, marami po sa kanila required magdala, meron po sila dapat private insurance. Okay, same with some foreign workers. Okay. Some provinces, again, they also cover some types of temporary residents. So, iba-iba po yan. Okay? Sa education naman, citizens and PRs, free access to public education up to grade 12. May bayad po ang college. Ang temporary residents, pwede rin po, ayan, libre syempre mag-aral po for their children. They can attend public schools. Okay, pero according to my research, aka ChatGPT, some daw may additional fees, depende sa polisiya nila sa kanilang mga local communities. Sa, college naman, sa college. Okay, may bayad, domestic fees, mas mura for citizens and PRs. Temporary residents, yung mga international students, mahal. Okay, times 3, times 4 ang kanilang tuition fee, and they also do not qualify for student aid. Okay, siyempre PRs and citizens pwede po mag-avail ng student loans, no, from the government. Okay, pag-usapan natin tong social services. Okay, citizens and PRs full access, EI, childcare subsidy, etc. Ang temporary residents, limitado at depende sa kung anong uri ng benepisyo. Some may qualify for employment insurance. Okay, depende sa kung na-meet nila yung eligibility requirements. Pagdating po sa social assistance program, halimbawa, welfare, or yung mga financial aid given to low-income earners, as far as I know, very limited, if not wala po silang access dyan. Okay? O ano pa ba? So yun tayo, no? So that's where we're coming from. Kung may mali ako o may gusto ko yung idagdag, ilagay nyo dyan po sa comment section. So ngayon, eto na, basahan natin yung ilang comments ninyo, no? Again, thank you so much. I love reading your comments. Sige. Ayan, si YT Watcher. Sabi niya, as a Canadian, I cannot support such petition. What I support is the removal of open work permit for spouses of international students and the student themselves. Ayaw rin niya magtrabaho pala yung mga students. Okay, sabi niya, again, they claim to come here as students and that's what they should be doing. If they cannot support themselves without working, then don't come. Okay, yan ang kay YT Watcher. Thank you so much. Next, this one, Striker. Dapat kasi ang childcare subsidy is para lang sa PR at citizen. Kaya dumagsa lahat dyan sa Canada. Kasi ultimo daw, pati mga refugee, asylum seekers, mga tambay, mga tamad mag-work, is may subsidy. Pa sa hotel. Yan, may free board and lodging. Sabi niya. Okay. Thank you, Striker. Si Besugo, sabi niya, We never apply for childcare support. We are Canadian citizens. Government don't support if you are both earnings and cap the amount required. Kakapal nyo humingi niyan, sabi niya, never tried or attempted to apply for it. Sabi niya. But I think when it comes to childcare subsidy, medyo automatic siya eh. Pag nag-enroll ka dun, pag pinasok mo, natanggap mo, may slot for your child there. If the daycare is accredited o nagpa-accredited dito sa government program, parang automatic siya na yung i-charge lang sa'yo is yung discounted rate na. It's not something that I'm not sure in my case hindi ko naalala na nag-apply ako ng subsidy. Naging automatic na lang kasi yung daycare ng anak ko, accredited ng government program. So, yun. Okay, next comment. This one. Paano babasahin to? Cherry B.O. Cherry Bo. Para sa akin, kung ano ang gusto ng government ng Canada, sumunod na lang tayo. Walang magagawa. May dahilan naman kaya naghihigpit sila. Hindi naman natin bansa ito. Yung pangtanggap natin nila sa atin ng maayos, malaking pasasalamat na tayo doon. Okay, pareho kami ng sentimiento ni Cherry Bo. Okay? Sa totoo lang, sasabihin ko na yung posisyon ko dito, no? Whatever the government imposes is okay. And right now, as I mentioned earlier, marami na talagang restrictions, no? Sa mga benepisyong binibigay sa mga temporary resident. Ang sa akin lang sana, the government makes it clear ba talaga anong gusto nito. Para yung mga paparating, alam nila na gano'n ang papasukan nila, no one will complain naman eh. Diba? Kung yun ang alam nilang existing rules for newcomers, ang kapal naman nila kung mag-complain, diba? Kung magtatanggapin nila yon, pupunta sila dito, and that's it. They will comply with whatever the rules are. I think it would be better if the rules are the same, no, or very similar throughout the provinces. Kasi dyan po nagkakaroon ng mga away-away sa kung sino ang dapat bigyan at hindi. Siguro mas magiging less divisive yung discussion kung yung rule does not distinguish between the different types of PFWs. Kasi yung open work permit, hindi po pwede, pero yung mga temporary foreign worker na nakalamiya, po pwede. Kumbaga, make up your mind. Kasi yung mga naka-open work permit, let's not assume, no, for me, na hindi po sila magtatrabaho. Actually, sila pa yung may kakayahang mag-double job. If bibigyan sila ng pagkakataon, diba? So, if ilagay nila yung anak nila sa daycare, they may even contribute more by taking on double jobs. Yung sa akin lang, I think kasi yan nagkokos ng inggitan o away ng TFW versus another TFW. That's not yan ang ayokong nakikita. Yun. Tapos ngayon, di ba, nakikita natin, hindi ko naman ma-blame yung mga citizens na dito, nagagalit sila, tinatawag ng iba na, ano kayo gusto nyo lang mag-take advantage dun sa mga benepisyo, itong mga TFW na to, o yung mga international students. Yung sa akin, I would not pin the blame on them. Di ba? Kasi if the government has existing policies that allow them to avail of these types of services, wag mo silang pagalitan for availing of such. Diba? It's really more of the government policy that is allowing them to do that. Kung hindi naman sila papayagan at the onset, walang problema, diba? So yun lang po ang sa akin. Siguro yung kung tatanungin ako kung dapat bang mas higpitan, siguro sa mga panahon ngayon, I would say there would be less resistance to it sa paghihigpit dahil alam naman po natin yung current economic situation ng Canada. Diba? May tariffs from the US, housing market problem, job hunting problem, layoffs happening, cost of living going up. I think definitely kung mag-decide ang Canada mag-impose ng stricter policies citing those things, then there will be less resistance to it. Okay. But definitely, I am not one to say na pangit ugali ng isang temporary resident dahil gusto niyang umanong abusuhin yung benepisyong binibigay sa kanya. I'm not that type of person. Hindi rin po ako yung tipong magsasabi na hindi ka deserving dyan. Again, it's the whole system that allows them to give that type of benefit. Sige, balik na ako sa pagbabasa, no? Ayan. Benjamin Chihuahua For me, if you have legal status in Canada, you should have all benefits as long as entitled. It's the government that should control the influx and implement policies to protect Canadians. Yan, no? Similar din kami ni Benjamin siguro, no? Si NetBT, PR at citizen lang. Huwag magrereklamo. Puro kasi woke laws at equality ang pinapairal ng Canada. I mean, it's a good thing, pero most of the time, it causes division. Yeah. Thank you, NetBT. Ian Pineda, sabi niya, there should be a level of difference between PR and citizen versus temporary residents. Sabi niya, halos wala nang pinagkaiba yung lahat. Nakakatanggap ng benefits kahit hindi PR or citizen. For me, hindi maganda ito dahil nauubos yung funds for the right people. Ano pa ang matitira sa mga anak at apo natin kung patuloy ang ganito? Ayan. Thank you, Ian. And then, Sky Rules, sugapa daw masyado pag walang childcare keso open work permit. Okay, thank you, Sky Rules. Si Susie Abian, benefits are only for PR and citizens. You don't have the right if you're only open work permit. Again, no, these are things na dapat i-direct natin sa gobyerno na siyang nagka-craft ng mga policies na ito. Ayoko awayin yung mga temporary residents na wala namang ginagawang illegal. Di ba? Wala naman silang ginagawang illegal. Nakuha lang nila yung sabi ng gobyerno pwede na lang i-avail. Di ba? So, yun lang naman, guys. Keep your comments respectful down there. Ayoko ng name calling. I will end this episode here. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!